Hello, welcome to another unwrapping. This time, it is Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Complete Series 1. On Blu-ray for the first time and restored. And I tell you what, I'm really, above anything else, I'm really looking forward to looking at those animations. Because I can imagine being stop animation, it must have been on film. So if they've got the original films and they've been able to scan them for this Blu-ray, I think it's going to be quite an eye-opener. A lot of these for me have been eye-openers lately because when I watched them, so when I watched Monty Python's Flying Circus originally, I was about sort of 8 or 9 years old, and I was watching it as a rerun on BBC Two. It was 9 o'clock. I remember it was always after Cubs. I used to come home from St Michael's Cubs. I was a sixer in the Yellows by then. And got home and 9 o'clock, BBC Two, Monty Python's Flying Circus came on. And I used to just watch it just for the cartoons because that was the only bit that was sort of I could really make any sort of sense of. But occasionally there was the one routine or something that is like, oh my goodness. Hell's Grannies for me is is one of the best ones. Well, because it was filmed in the high street. So if you watch them now, it's not all blue screened or green screened and sanitized and gentrified. It's the actual streets that were around in the late 60s, early 70s. So it's like little time capsules. The Sweeney's like that as well when they have street scenes and the professionals. A few. So this will have some outside. A lot of it's studio though, and I don't know if they used a video camera. Probably did, because the BBC were into video by the late 60s, and of course they wiped a lot of the tapes. So, but I'd imagine there's going to be some film, which is going to be a better restoration. That's why quite often when you see some of these things, there's a jump in quality, like on Doctor Who. If there's ever a bit on the early ones and then they go outside for a shoot, suddenly the quality goes up because it was on film and it can be scanned off the negatives. Whereas a video, they just have to try and clean them up as best they can from all different sources of that video or colours or what have you. Anyway, I'm chatting a bit too much about showing you the blooming disc. So let's get on with it. So, Monty Python's Flying Circus, Complete Series 1. By the way, you can buy all of the series. I think it's 4 of them. You can buy them all in a box set. But the box set was horrendously expensive. I mean, these are just... What was this one now? I think it was just under 20 quid. But the box set was ridiculous price. I don't know whether it's been and gone and now it's just Amazon sellers playing it up. But, you know, if you just want to see the actual content rather than have the packaging, then there is a place for collectors and all that. So, you know, I like me Doctor Who stuff and what have you. So it's better if you just want to see what it's all about, just buy these. And I say I've got some on my wish list, so I'm going to give this one a go. I wonder how many I've actually seen. I've got the feeling I probably have seen them all, but you never know. You never know. What's brown and sounds like a bell? Dung. That's a good one, isn't it? Eh? Isn't it? Nudge, know what I mean? Wink, wink. Anyway, there we go. Here's the back. Go a bit closer. There's a shadow. Great. Sorry about that. I do notice, though, it's in all regions, so maybe they're finally coming round to stopping this silly palaver where you've only got one region, and if you haven't had your player modded, then you had it. Especially with Blu-rays, quite often DVD part of a Blu-ray player is multi-region. Unfortunately, I've got a new player now, and mine's not. So my Kung Fu one's a region one, and I can't play them now, my David Carradine ones. So let's see, I hope there's something nice in here. Ooh. Didn't realise it was on 2 discs. Yes, it makes all the difference for me when you actually have a double printed front card, because you know it's just little details, isn't it? So there we are. There's some little details. This man is Ernest Scribbler, and in a moment he will write the world's funniest joke. I'm not scratching the discs. I'm just very, very lightly turning with a bit of friction on my finger. I'm not pushing down. Oh goodness, that's not coming off very easily. There you are, not a scratch. So that's a nice presentation. We've got nice printing on the discs as well. The sort of Terry Gilliam sort of look to it. If there's restoration notes, I've got the feeling that it's going to be good. If you want to put down some of your favourite episodes or favourite sketches, by all means do. Quite interested to see. I see. For me, it was the animation was always the best for me. It was so surreal, so wild. I think in a way it probably inspired my nonsensical child avant-garde playlist in a way, because these were the first sort of things as a young child, well, about 8 years old, that I was getting. So it wasn't much on the TV. We only had 3 channels. It's only BBC One, BBC Two, and HTV, which is later ITV. I mean, Channel 4 didn't come around to the mid-80s. So there was not much on like this to see. So I don't know how it would stand up today. I mean, the trouble is, it's got a name, hasn't it? Monty Python, and everyone says, "Oh yeah, they're brilliant, they're brilliant, they're brilliant." But how many people actually know, everything about them or all the sketches and what have you, and just say, "Oh yeah, they're great," because everyone else says they're great. I say for me, it's the animations, and there was a sketch when the bloke comes and rings his bell, and he said, "Do you remember me?" He says, No, sorry, I don't. He says, "Yeah, about 5 years ago, you met me in a pub." He said, "Must pop round sometime." Well, I wasn't doing anything this afternoon, seeing as the Labour Club committee was cancelled, so I'm round here today. And then he invites loads and loads of people around, fills the whole house up. Someone brings a goat. Oh dear. Anyway, Monty Python's
Flying a Circus.
I can't do the foot coming down to finish this, but there we are. Complete Series 1, fully restored in HD. I think it's going to be brilliant. If it's not, I'll leave a comment, but I think it will be. I think it'll be good. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.